Hello, this is Group 1 for Consumer Behavior, and we're going to talk about patterns that affect marketing and how we can get a competitive advantage if we have an upper hand in knowing the market. So some of the patterns are things like weather and different seasons of the year. People are going to buy different products based on if it's hot or cold, and we have other things, like sports and stuff like that. But like for instance, in the winter, we're going to buy more coats. So if the store knows that people are going to tend to buy more warm clothes, they're going to want to put those products out in the front of the store. Just like during football season, in the front of grocery stores, there's probably going to be more beer in the front because everyone knows football goes with that, and that's a pattern of customers. Um, we got some other stuff, guys.
Yeah, don't you guys think that? Don't you guys think the understanding and I don't know, pretty much studying your consumers will help you like target and like market the product better. So if you understand
Like who you're trying to sell to.
there you go. Perfect.
Exactly. Like in certain areas, let's say in big cities, you're going to see more of the, especially when it comes to sports, you're going to see a lot of advertising with like big sports players, especially Peyton Manning's on Papa John's, or when it comes to baseball, like let's say you're in Tampa, you're going to see a lot of Tampa Bay Rays on commercials instead of people from the Chicago White Sox.
Okay, now we're going to talk about the 6 external factors that affect the marketing manager. And I'm going to talk about politics and economics. Politics, things like healthcare, tax rates, IRS, Social Security. Specifically with healthcare, um, for instance, Obamacare changed a lot of plans for managers. Now they have to pay healthcare for their employees if they work 30 hours or more in a week, and that changes their strategies for spending because that's obviously more money that they're going to have to spend on just their employees. So it's going to change their prices for customers. So politics definitely change things like that for managers. And then economics, supply and demand. If the economy's down, it's going to affect their prices as well because people are going to buy your products less depending on what it is. But for instance, like air conditioning companies, everyone needs air conditioning no matter how bad the economy is. So air conditioning companies can keep their prices the same or raise them because, especially in Florida,
I'm going to be talking about the technological advances and the 6 external factors of marketing. And many companies use social media to reach out to their consumers and connect to them so they can get more profit and people come into, let's say, a Target or especially restaurants, they use marketing, like they'll go straight to your phone and send you. Companies use social media to connect to their consumers by reaching out on Twitter, Instagram, posting up pictures and showing deals to other, depends what age group, if it's younger, older, but usually a lot of the younger kids use social media, so they use deals and something that they could use, especially because college kids, they don't have that much money, so they
Like that. International issues have a huge impact on the way our society is and how we work in this world. I believe that like out in our society, we see more foreign cars out there, such as Nissan and Toyota. I feel like they're taking over the American cars we here have, what we have here in America. And I believe that we really don't have a say so in like what they do over in different countries. For example, like if Costa Rica, we get our bananas from Costa Rica. If they raise the prices on bananas, then like here in America, they got to raise the prices even higher, and that's just going to ruin the businesses. And not a lot of people are going to want bananas. And I love bananas, but I'm not buying a banana for $5.
Good.
That's it.
One of the 6 external factors I'm covering is competition. For example, the Apple and Android cell phones. For example, I'm for Apple, and the reason it won me over is because it's user friendly. Like you always see kids playing on an iPad over like a tablet or an Android phone. Another competitive example is Publix and Walmart. Walmart because they're low prices and they have a clothes section. Publix because they have better quality stuff, but they have to raise their prices, and they also offer to take your carts out when you're finished shopping. Everyone knows that companies use cleanliness as a marketing tool. Luke, why do you think companies use cleanliness as a marketing tool?
Well, like she said, cleanliness is an important tool for every business to market their products. In a restaurant, mainly, people are concerned about cleanliness, and one of the biggest things is when they walk into the restroom.
during their meal, before the meal, after the meal. They want to make sure that they're not grossed out by what they see because they don't want to lose their appetite. They want to be able to go in there and everything's clean, it's swept, the toilets are wiped off, they can use the sink, there's soap in there to wash their hands, things like that. So that's a big thing about cleanliness in restaurants.
Another thing hitting on restaurants, you want your food to be properly prepped and clean. Like we were talking about earlier, we heard of a local restaurant that if a lemon that went in your water fell on the floor, they just cut the piece of the lemon off that fell on the floor and throw it back in your water. And you wouldn't want something like that.
Another thing is the smell. When you walk into a restaurant, if it smells good, you get like in that mood, like, man, this food's gonna be good. That's just one of the senses. And if you hit a good sense of the smell, automatically your mouth's gonna think that food is good. So if you walk into a place and it smells like crap or it smells like there's rats in there, you're gonna walk right out. You're not gonna want that.
Oh, yeah.
So they're gonna pick different places to go just because of the smell of the restaurant.
And many restaurants stress that employees wash their hands constantly or use gloves, because if you're a customer and you come in and you see a man or woman handling your food barehanded, you don't know if they wash their hands before that. You don't know if they pick something off the ground. And then that just gets them mad when they're eating the food. They get disgusted and they throw it away and they say, hey, I'm never coming back to this place ever again.
Go team.